Hey, this is Sal at Decco Ranch. So today we're going to take a ride with Harley Guy. He's going to test out the Honda Rebel 500, the Vulcan S 650, and the KTM 390 Duke, and probably, if we're lucky, put him on that cute little Honda Grom 125 back there. He's going to do some comparisons, and we'll get started. Let's do your impression of each bike before you ride them.
Okay.
Okay, the 390 Duke here. The little Duke.
Definitely a little meatier than the Grom.
I think everything's meatier than the Grom.
Yeah. More comfortable. I don't know, the pegs. The pegs make it feel like a street bike, but the comfort of it when you're sitting on it is doesn't feel like the same thing. Like I ride a Ducati as well here and there, and it you know that you're kind of a little more situated like this. So actually, it's not bad. It's pretty comfortable. Like you're still kind of sitting a little more upright. So like for me, my back bothers me, so I don't like the street bike where I'm really over the top of it.
Yeah.
So it's not bad. It's a little small in terms of distance from here to here.
And you put the windshield on for me. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you for that.
Yeah. And I'm, just as a point of reference, I'm 5'11", but I have a shorter
important
torso and long legs. So.
And that's important.
So my torso is probably a 5'8", 5'9", mostly.
But
legs.
Your legs are long.
Yeah, yeah.
But the legs are what's important because you're sitting on a bike and those knees are going to be up.
Yeah, but I do have longer arms. So, but right here, this does feel a little short for me. At least what I'm accustomed to. I'd want to be a little further stretched out than this.
Yeah, and it's not a long bike at all.
Yeah, it's a small bike. I think both of these are bikes that could be fun. Maybe in certain countries would be ones that folks would be daily drivers. But I think for most in the U.S., these would be starter bikes that people will outgrow pretty quickly, after 6 months, a year.
But great for a teenager.
Yeah, I think they're probably fun bikes to get around in.
That's a very nimble bike.
This one, to me, it feels more comfortable than the Grom. But part of that is probably just my size too. That Grom is definitely small.
Yeah, and that's a 30-inch, but this is a taller bike, anyway.
Yeah, it is taller. I could see though, if I was under 5'4", I don't know. I think you are about.
Well, I am
5'4",
5'4", so, and I'm on my tippy toes.
If I was under that, I'd probably get it lowered.
I did
a little bit.
I already did get it lowered an inch. Because it was at 32 and it dropped it to 31.
Yeah.
And I'm still, it's still, I can't flat foot it, but it's still easy enough to ride.
Yeah. The screen is kind of cool. I'm interested to see that on.
Oh, it's it is a very cool TFT display.
Yeah, it's pretty big. I mean, it's the size of I have an iPhone Plus or the Max 11.
And it's bigger.
Yeah.
Or is it about the size?
The screen is actually smaller because you can see the screen here is in the middle.
Oh, okay.
But the total thing is a little bit bigger.
Let's come over here to the Vulcan. And this is...
The back of this is really high, actually. Getting on and off, getting a leg over the top of this, the way that this bike is situated, and with this luggage rack or whatever on the back.
Duke?
Yeah, it's definitely high. I've got long legs. At 5'11", so I can't imagine getting up and over the top of this thing.
I've done it.
It's got to be tough. Yeah, so if you're much shorter than that, the back of this bike is going to be a challenge to get.
And that bracket right there,
and that's with a 1 inch lower.
Yeah, and that bracket right there on the back is for a case that goes on the back, and that's because Sam's going to be using it for school and throwing all his books in there, and when he's at school, he'll throw his gear in there.
Yeah, I'm not very nimble, but I can't imagine trying to get on with that case, trying to get on like this.
Oh, yeah, it's hard.
Yeah, I mean, this is a tough bike to throw a big case on because,
it's
it'd be a lot easier with the Cruiser, that sits, where the seat sits a lot lower, and you can have the case like the Harley, easier to get on and off.
With the bags.
So,
okay, let's move over to the Vulcan. Have you ever seen a Vulcan?
I don't think I've ever ridden one.
But you've seen them.
yeah, I haven't paid a whole lot of attention to them, but as I look at it now, I mean, it's a pretty nice looking bike. So at least just by looks, I would say I prefer it, but hard to say. The Rebel has a really neat kind of Royal Enfield sort of style to it that is very appealing as well. So hard to say, but between the Rebel and the Vulcan, I could see why those two are so close. They're in the same sort of class, and
yeah, they're primary competitors.
Yeah, like Pepsi and Coke kind of thing in terms of what people would like. But I would say actually overall by the look, I'd probably prefer the Rebel of the two. Yeah, but the Vulcan's a nice looking bike.
Really? I thought you'd go for the Vulcan because it's so meaty.
The Rebel kind of has like an almost cafe racer look to it a little bit, and I like that. It's got the tank that's a little thinner. Just the way that it sits, I like the angles and the lines of it. So just by looks alone, I think the Rebel would be my first choice. Vulcan would be my second of what you have here.
So if you sit on the Vulcan, just how does it feel?
Yeah, I personally prefer cruisers because I like comfort. I like to be sitting up. And so even I ride road bicycles as well, and I adjust my handlebar so I'm sitting up a little bit more. That's just personal preference.
It's forward pegs.
Yeah. Yeah, that's interesting. It feels good though. I'd say this is more my jam in terms of comfort compared to the Duke or the Grom. So looking forward to riding this one and seeing how that goes.
Have you been on the Rebel before?
Mm-mm.
No,
nope,
wow.
Just seen them in your videos.
Wow.
Yeah, this is comfortable actually. The pegs are a little high. I would say I might do some adjustments on this for my preference. Again, I do have long legs. So I would just say from a sitting in terms of comfort, because these pegs are sitting up higher like they are, the Vulcan is definitely more comfortable for me.
Because you've got those longer legs. And that is one of the issues on the taller people. When they sit on the Rebel, it's how tucked up do they want to be?
Yeah, and I see you've got these kind of Freeway pegs going here too.
Yep, had those added.
Yeah. For me, they're a little short, so I can't really stretch. The whole point is to be able to stretch your legs out. So,
all depends how tall you are.
Yeah. But yeah, this is a nice bike. I have a feeling, based on first impressions and sitting on each of these, that I'm going to like the Vulcan best just after sitting on them. Looking at them, I like the Rebel best, but after sitting on them, I think I'll be most comfortable on the Vulcan for me. The screen on this is pretty cool, though. I'm into tech, and I like all these screens.
And the screen, they've modified the screen this year.
Yeah.
So that this year, whoops. Oh, that was one of the issues that I have with it. It's just not real bright. It doesn't pop.
Yeah.
So in this lighting, it doesn't pop
Yeah,
at
as
all.
you turn it on, I wish it was full color. I wish they took it a little extra. With the technology that's out there today, that would be really sweet.
Maybe next time.
Yeah, because it's still kind of an analog screen. I didn't realize that. Thought if you're going to put a screen on it in 2020, why wouldn't you go full like LED color screen?
Because they did upgrade.
Yeah.
To add a gear indicator.
Yeah, but it's nice. And sitting on it, it's comfortable. Once I put my feet up on the pegs,
feeling a little cramped.
Yeah. So.
Okay, let's take a quick ride on each one.
Okay.
And then we'll get your impressions.
I like these bags too, actually. On these.
Thanks.
I just like the look of it.
There have been so many comments on those bags.
Were they Viking?
Yes.
Yeah, those are.
Oh, you recognized them.
No, I read it.
Oh.
They're pretty clean. Yeah, it's a nice look.
So, oh, thanks.
Yeah, it looks good on that particular bike too.
Thank you for watching episode 2 of the Harley Mike series. Stay tuned for episode 3. Until next time, ride safe and keep your horses moving. Thanks for watching.